Hi, welcome to my channel. This review is about the ESDDI LED photo video light. It's a great little product. It's the sort of product that I'll be using in the future to make these particular videos. So let's move on to the unboxing. Okay, so let's see what we've got in the box then, having unpackaged it. Well, we've got a little manual. There's not really an awful lot to learn about this product. It's very, very simple to use, but obviously we've got the English instructions and various other languages as well, so we just put that to one side. We've also got a little short USB-A to USB-C cable. Useful for charging. I've just charged it in my normal phone chargers, but you could plug this into a laptop, into the USB-A port, and that just plugs very nicely, very easily into the battery charger. The battery charger is really light. It feels just like a piece of plastic. It feels like there's nothing in there, so that's really useful if you've got to carry it around. It adds no weight to your luggage. The battery just pops into there. Really no big deals here. It just slides in and out. You've got a charging light there, so red while it's charging and green when it's fully charged. And there's the battery, just plugs in and out. So we'll just put those to one side because we don't really need those anymore. We'll come back to this in a minute, the clamp. But if we look at the light itself, front and back, obviously the front, it's got sort of an opaque sort of covering at the front to diffuse the light as it comes out, and you can see all the rows of LEDs there which change to the various colour temperatures. In the back we pop the battery in there, we've got a little display there, and we've got 4 buttons there. We've got an on-off button, also a really useful feature I'll show in a minute. We've got a mode button, and the mode really is 2 modes. You can either increase the brightness or decrease it, and the same for the colour of the particular light that you're interested in achieving. So the battery, again, nothing particularly special about that, just slots in, nice firm clamp, you know, it's well lodged in there, easy enough to get out, it just clips, but you know, it's not going to fall out, which is really good. So there's our light all fully in. We've got a couple of holes there where we put the clamp on. We'll show you that in a minute. You've got a power in adapter, which is a 15 volt DC, so you can power this from a transformer off the mains. That does not, the mains transformer does not come with this kit. That's an extra option. I think I'll be using the battery because there's plenty enough life in there for me. So the light itself with the battery on is about 300 grams. So, you know, it's of a weight, but it's not too heavy. It's nicely constructed. This is aluminium here, so a nice bit of rigidity. You can hear it. Plastic ends, and it's got slots in to let the heat out. And when I'm using it, it does get warm, but not overly warm, no more warm than you'd expect. And then at the bottom, you've got this little clamp. There's a lug there to stop it spinning, and a standard sort of tripod 1/4 inch mount just to screw it on. So there we have the device all set up. For those of you who are into all sorts of different attachments, it comes with a standard camera hot shoe mount, and it moves like that, and I'll show you that a little bit later. But the other interesting thing is here, if you want to mount this light in different places, which I will be when I'm doing the filming, you've got any number of GoPro mounts. Now this one just happens to be a mount that screws onto sort of a bar. You can get all sorts of mounts on GoPros that have all sorts of different fitting, like 1/4 inch screws that go onto tripods and all sorts of other things. But it is just the standard GoPro mount. So any of your GoPro style mounts that you've got, you can attach this to, so you can attach effectively this light to pretty much anything that you can attach a GoPro to. So it is incredibly versatile what you can actually do. So let me just put this back together for later on, and there we have it. So with this this mount, you've got a thumb wheel here just to tighten it up, so that just screws in. You can obviously on the camera you can angle it at any angle you like to get either a direct light onto your subject or more of a bounce light. But to turn it on and off, it's this button here. Very, very simple. We press that button and the light goes on. I've got this at the minimum power setting at the moment, so not to dazzle the camera. You can see it's on. That's the power setting, 38. and we'll just turn it off again. Another great little feature here is if you just flick that button, it just flashes up, doesn't turn the light on, it just flashes up what the power is in the battery. So I've just charged this battery, so it's fully charged, 99%. So if you don't want to switch it on, you want to check your power, that's a really great feature. Anyway, back to the light. There we go, we've got it on. This is power setting 38. I'll press sorry, it was the colour setting 38, I beg your pardon. And that's now 56. So you can see that's really white. And if we go to 32, you can see it's a much warmer colour. So you've got warm and cold colours here. So if we set it somewhere in the middle, I guess, which is a good balance, you can see how it works. You've got some very white LEDs and you've got some warmer coloured LEDs, some yellowy orange LEDs, and it blends those up. So you can see the little light there on C for colour, and then we change it to the D to do the brightness there. Not sure why they've chosen D, but anyway, and we'll press the plus button. I won't put it right in front of the camera, but you can see it does really get quite bright. And if I angle it down at the table there, so that's full brightness, and I can angle it off and you can see the brightness going down. So there we have it, this little light. It's really super in how it works. So just to go through the specifications of it, the luminosity goes up to 5,000 lumens, and you've seen how bright that is, and the warmth goes from 3,200 Kelvin to 5,600, which, you know, neither the brightness nor the warmth are as good as you can get on some very expensive lights. For the sort of stuff I want to do for vlogging and general day-to-day use, this is more than adequate. And in fact, for me, I'd choose sort of a colour temperature of around about 4,200, because you've got an element of the balance between the brightness and the warmth there. So there we have the light. I got it from Amazon. Another great ESDDI product. They do a whole range of photography equipment, a lot of it in the lighting space, but not all of it, and it's a great product. So I'll just clip over now and I'll show you how it fits on my camera and how I might actually use it in the real world. So here it is, mounted on my trusted Nikon 5600. I've got the power setting of the light on the minimum setting, so as not to dazzle the camera and flare, but you can see it fits very well. Even the mount tilts exceptionally well, and it's quite firm. You can tighten it up with this particular knob here, and the buttons on the back are very easy, as I showed earlier, to actually set the power settings of the light, the brightness of it, or indeed the colour. Hi, so I swapped cameras now. This is actually being filmed on the Nikon D5600 you saw a few seconds ago, and the light is mounted on the camera but not switched on. So if I turn the light on, you can immediately see the difference. Now I set it up to come on at about 4300 colour temperature, and this is about half power, so you can see a bit of brightness. Let me see if I can turn it up. Doing this from around the back. So I've done it the wrong way, so that's down, so that's its minimum brightness. Let's turn it up. There you go, that's full brightness. I can certainly feel the difference. You can probably see the glinting in my lights as well. I paid about £35 for it, which is in the autumn of 2019. I bought it from Amazon. Shipping was usual Amazon style, very, very quick. I happen to have Prime, so it's next day delivery. And there we have it, a product that I'll be using very regularly to film the next of my videos. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, it really helps my channel build. And here's to the next video. Bye bye.